Hello and Happy New Year. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing good on your journey. Um, let's start this new year. I have channeled some messages for the twins. There's been a lot of changes, and I didn't make any videos in the month of December because the energy was really hard on me. It drove me insane. Okay, so I had to go through it in order to arrive where I'm at now. So I'm happy to say that for me, this was like a breakthrough. I've let go of a lot of my expectations, my fears, my doubts, and release of the karmics, judgments, loss, and grief. Like I said, the energy was really intense, really heavy. And honestly, I did not think I was going to make it. There was one night when I was driving home, it's actually Christmas Eve, and I had a little wine, had a little pot. Not unusual, not very much either, but I was driving home and I had to pull over twice. And at the second stop, I made it to a gas station and I wasn't feeling any better. I was seeing stars, I was seeing rainbows, the heavens were opening, and I thought, this is it. I've lost my mind. My heart was pounding, and I couldn't deal with this energy anymore. And I was like, okay, so here I am. I'm dying. It's done. I'm over. I'm over it all. I'm done. And I called an ambulance, and they picked me up from the gas station. And put me in the hospital, and I had chest x-rays and blood work done, and they kept me overnight, and it turns out I'm perfectly healthy, nothing wrong with me. They said, what are you doing here? I said, okay, so no more fear of death. That was my lesson. Okay, so here is the message I have been getting for the past 2 days. By the way, if you have a near-death experience or you're going through these rough energies, that is a good sign because it's just this last test, one of the last tests. I'm sure you'll have more. But facing your fear of death is definitely the ultimate, right? If you don't fear death anymore, then what else is there to fear, right? So after that, I felt like I've made a big breakthrough and have connected with my spiritual guides, God, the angels, and very, very much with my twin in the 5D. So it opened up all my channels. Also, what I recommend you doing, and this is for everybody a little bit different. For me, it's worked tremendously. I've looked into doing Kundalini yoga and listening to Kundalini awakening meditations that you can find on YouTube. So that has also been another very helpful step with my journey. Okay, and so now I've had a lot of downloads, and these are the messages I'm getting for the twins. And this only resonates with some of the twins that have been on the journey for a few years. My spiritual awakening was 2014, so obviously it's 2019 now. I've been on this journey for a few years. I've done a lot of work. I've gone through hell. I've released karmics and whatnot. Okay, so if this resonates with you, please like and subscribe. If not, then you need to go look into finding a different guide, a different teacher. Okay, so what I have for the twins right now is, and I'm speaking for the feminines, I'm a feminine, that we need to stop judging everything, including ourselves. I found out that I'm extremely judgmental, even though from my perspective, I think I'm very loving, but turns out I'm not. And I took a deep look at it and realized that yes, I am very judgmental, especially very critical of myself and judgmental of myself. And You need to lay down all judgments. Stop labeling this journey. Stop expecting what you want to come out of this journey, what you want from your twin to happen. All of it needs to go. It needs to go and be neutralized with no labels, no expectations. Just be pure and be in that 0 point. You know, if you do a lot of meditations, you know what I'm talking about. It's when everything becomes neutralized. You have no more ego, and you're in pure love, and you have pure peace. So lay down and take a look at the things that you are critical of and that you judge, especially yourself. Because once you stop judging yourself, even that you judge things needs to not be a judgment. Like forgive all these things. It's very important. It will open you up to unconditional love for yourself. Okay, the twin flame journey is all about mirroring who you are and what you are and how you feel about yourself, and that will bring about your twin. Okay, it's not about him coming back into your life or her and making you arrive in this spiritual awakening. You now have to arrive there on your own as an individual. Okay, so stop judging, and you will lighten your load. Your physical body will become lighter, and this will give you ascension into your spiritual body. And you need to unite that and become one within yourself. Okay, so unity really is not all about being united with your twin. It's being united within yourself, mind, body, soul, and spirit. That is what you have to arrive at. Okay, so unconditional love is your goal here for yourself. Choose yourself first, love yourself, make a daily mantra, look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and say, I love you, including your name. Say, this life loves me. Say your name. Do this for days. And if you find yourself being uncomfortable looking at yourself in the eyes and saying those things, then that's your cue that you need to work on this. Okay, so keep working on changing your inner world, and then your outer world will change. Okay, the other thing I got is that the masculines, the divine masculines, is waiting for their feminines to realize how much they love them. Okay, so we may be thinking that we're doing all this work and that we're waiting for the masculines to arrive and do all the work too and come to us and rescue us or come to our level with this journey, but it's actually, you know, another judgment. So be open to the idea that you may have to arrive where the masculine is already there, okay, with a lot of his work that he's done. So that's what I got, is that the masculines are waiting to realize, for the feminines to realize how much they love their feminine. You need to be able to see through the eyes of your twin how they see you and how much they adore you and how much they love you and how much and everything they want to give you. And that will be, again, the divine mirror, right? You want to close this gap of you guys being separated and be able to sympathize, empathize, and live through each other's spirit and see each other through each other's eyes. Okay, that's so critical. So the feminine need to work on loving themselves more unconditionally and put themselves in the shoes of their twin and see themselves how their masculine views their feminine. Okay, so this is the spiritual alchemy, integration of your own mind, body, and spirit into oneness so that you feel like you are not lacking anything or anybody. Okay, you're no longer waiting for him. There is really no separation. You are in union already. You've never been separated. This whole physical separation is just a journey And as soon as you let go of these labels and these ideals and what you expect, this journey will become a lot easier. So begin and work on integrating your own self uh, into oneness with this whole universe, with the collective, and of course, keeping the hope and the love alive for your twin and integrating with their spirit into your own spirit. Okay, so have union in the 5D through meditation, prayer, and working on exercises that open your heart back open to love, unconditional love. Okay, we've all been through hell, we've all experienced pain, and life is not fair, and we can whine about it and complain all we want. It's never going to get us to where we want. You have to just let that go and stop judging and ask for guidance from your helpers, your spiritual support team, to help you reopen your heart. Okay, because it is time. I've heard this from my twin personally and from my guides. It is time for many, many masculines. They're ready to unite in the 3D, and they just waiting for the feminines to open their hearts and accept them. Because the twins are needed here on the 3D, and their missions are ready to be explored and begin. So also do this individually alone. If you're not in union yet with your twin, ask for guidance on what is your own spiritual journey. And I would love to make videos on that individually with all the feminines. So I think that is kind of my mission that I'm working on. I don't have all the details yet, but I will get back on that once I know more myself. Okay, so begin meditating and go back to the time when you first met your twin. Okay, this magical time when you had this high and everything was wonderful and you knew that he was the one or she was the one. And instead of waiting for that to happen again because you think it can only happen if you're in union with him, bring about that chemistry within yourself, by yourself, okay? And you can only do that with the help of your guides, your spiritual support team, and they're there to assist you. They are waiting for you to reach out and make this happen. Okay. All right, so many masculines are ready right now to make contact in the 3D with their feminines. They have done their work. They have been on this journey. They've been awakened. They know who their love is. They know what their mission is, and they are ready to either have already or ready to make contact in the 3D. So many, many twins are coming together very soon. I feel that energy very much. Okay, so that's the message I wanted to bring out. So let me pull some cards for this collective that resonates with these twins. This is for the masculine. I call in my angels, my guides, the Ascended Masters, and bring you all this message. Okay, so this is the masculine, current energy of the masculine. Okay, the first card is a tower. Okay, lots of changes coming about. You also see the light coming from above. There's a lot of spiritual enlightenment, integration, downloads for the masculine. Okay, lots of changes happening in their physical world as well as spiritual world. They are ready to step into their mission and make contact. Okay, so expect a lot of changes in your own energy for those of you who are watching. Oops, you're all falling up. Okay, 5 of Cups. They're walking away from the lower world, the 3D. They're leaving everything behind. They're ready to step into the light. And I've been pulling these same cards for a few days now, so this energy is pretty consistent. I just wanted to make a video about it, but the hardest thing to do is to set up camera. You get it all situated just right. Okay, so what else for the masculine? Okay, so what is on their mind is the Empress. The Empress, of course, is their divine feminine. That is what is helping them through these changes to see the light. Their focus is on their love for this higher being, which is the feminine. They see her as the spiritual woman walking here on earth that has great intuition and the ability to birth new things. Three of Cups, of course, this is the union that they desire with their Empress, with their divine feminine. So this is their current energy right now, leaving behind anything that's earthly, stepping into the spiritual realm, but embodying what they've learned from the spiritual into their 3D experience. What else? Okay. And this is the beginning of the new journey with the Fool. And of course, any new beginning is difficult. You feel vulnerable, you feel uncertain, you feel naked and exposed. So the masculines are going through this, but they are ready to leave all this old behind. They're ready to have a clean slate. They realize that the karmic and everything that they've experienced in the past is over and done with. They don't want to go back to these old ways. Yeah, this is the rebirth for them too, with their focus, of course, on their divine feminine, integrating the male and the female, and being in union here on the 3D plane, not just in the spiritual. As it is above, so below. As it is within, so without. Okay, so keep in mind the mirroring. So this is for the twins that are in this current energy. They are embarking on this new journey, butt naked, exposed, vulnerable, unknowing, but they're coming forward with this new tower, with this new enlightenment, okay, this new year. And the Lovers. Okay, they want this marriage. That is so on their mind. Okay, you need to realize, feminines, as much as you yearn for your masculine and this marriage or just this union, this togetherness, this love, they want it just as much. They so adore you. They so want to give you everything. They can't wait. They're so eager. Their energy is all about, how do I get to her? I'll do anything to get to her. Okay, that's why they're going through this. You are worth it, and they know they are worth it, and you need to realize that you're worth it and that they are worth it, no matter what. Okay, so this is really happening. This is a real thing. Isn't that a wonderful way to start the year? All right, what else do we get for the masculine? Also, it's about integrating your own masculine and feminine energies within yourself, okay? Here's the Ten of Wands. This journey has been very burdensome, and we're leaving behind these burdens of this past. Okay, of course we all know that it's been very difficult for all of us, yet the determination is there, and there's no work too hard for this love. This kind of love makes you want to endure anything. It's that special, and there's no way around it. There really isn't. All right, let me see if I get one more card for them. If not, I'll move on. All right, I'll move on. So let's see where their heart is at this point. Heart activation cards. For the masculine. Sweet masculine, what is your heart? Okay, willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. So they are willing to do just about anything for this love. Okay? There's no lesson tough enough to keep them from moving forward. That is beautiful. I mean, just think about that. Okay? They know you're worth it, and they know there's no other love in comparison. And it's worth fighting for, it's worth dying for, it's worth giving up anything, and it's even worth loving yourself for it. Remember that. That is the hardest lesson, for me anyway. Whew, I have such a hard time. But to be honest, we totally love ourselves. All right, so we have the awakening for the masculine, of course. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. All right, so and you see up here the yin and the yang. This is integration of the male and the female. A lot of spiritual connections between the twins and the 5D. And it's being suspended and being brought down now here into the earthly dimension. There's a lot of nature in the background. So, and he's hanging upside down. Yeah, that's how it feels sometimes. And that's good, because when we lose control, we lose our ego, then the spirit can take over. And if we're willing, we give up our free will willingly for divine will to take over, okay? And that is a much better way of life, in my opinion. The Hermit came out for them too. The Hermit is all about solitude, spirituality, taking time to meditate. So the masculines are really taking this time. They are alone. They're not, carousing around anymore with their old ways and habits or old friends. They're committed to this journey. They're doing the work. They're doing this work to be in union with their feminine. Okay, so let's see what Archangel Michael has to say about our masculine. Support from Archangel Michael. Current energy for the masculines. Thank you. It says a favorable outcome. And the prayer is, thank you for the beautiful outcome of this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. So the masculines are definitely reaching out for support in the spiritual realm. And here we are praying for them and supporting their mission. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for the masculines. We call the goddesses and see what their situation is, their energy. Okay, these are goddess cards. Okay, medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. So this came out for the masculine. Okay, so it doesn't need to be gender specific. Obviously, you guys are twins. A lot of twins are healers. So this is the overall energy for many of the twins to be spiritual healers and guides for the other twins or the collective. Okay, so let me pull a few cards for the feminine. Feminine energy as of right now. What is the current energy for these twins? Feminine energy for the twins. Ooh, too much. Come on. I'm sure they're all good, but I need a few lesser cards than that. All right, for the feminine, we have a few cards for the feminine. Lots of energy there. Lots of energy for the feminines. Good job, feminines. You guys are on fire. You've done your work. Queen of Swords. You're living your truth. You're embodying your truth. You have clarity. Nobody's going to mess with you. You have a sharp, sharp weapon in your hand. You know what to walk away from. You know what to walk forward to. So well done. I believe in you. You've got this power. Beautiful. Current energy for the twins. Feminine. And remember, this is how your masculine sees you. Okay? So you inspire him. And this is what he wants. He wants a queen to protect so she can let down her guards and live her true and embody her true self without fear. So every day you go out and you face this world, know you're not alone, you're supported spiritually, and just be authentic. Just live it. Live who you are through and through. All right, any more messages for the feminine? And then we'll wrap it up. Feminine energy. Nine of Cups. Bliss and beauty and happiness. You are a welcoming, open channel. You have so much love. I mean, not just one cup. Look, you got the Nine of Cups. And it's beautiful. Don't be afraid to give it. Don't be afraid to love unconditionally. Your cup will never empty, okay? You're sustained spiritually. Once you are open, once you're clear, you can give endlessly. So give it. Give it away and love and connect to Mother Earth, to children, animals. Of course, people only that vibe with you. Let go of the toxic situations. But this is current energy, so you've done your work. You're living in your truth, and you have unconditional love to give. Your cups are not running out. Okay, that's beautiful. What a welcoming, warm, feminine, nurturing energy this is. I love it. Knight of Cups. Okay. Again, you're walking in your truth. You're holding your cup. You're secure in yourself. And we have the Hanged Man. Again, look, this is the awakening. So 2 Hanged Men. All right, so this was for the masculine. Like I said, there's a lot of mirroring, integration coming down from the spiritual. The masculines are connecting with the feminine. And this just means, in my opinion, that a lot of changes are happening here in the 3D. So the spiritual realm, the veil is lifting. Integration with the masculine, the yin and the yang, within each of the twins, for both individually, they're integrating with their feminine and masculine side. So take a little time out and allow this to come in. Be sensitive. Open yourself up to signs. Open your eyes and ears. Go ahead and meditate and just raise your vibrations to these things that make you feel love. Okay, it's so important. Stay in the vibration of love. Oh, let me do your message from these. Oh, let me do the hearts. Let me do your heart chakra for the feminine. Feminine heart chakra. One more. Okay. Ooh, I love it. So much white and purity. Okay, you guys have done your work. Everything's pure and white and clean. Trust. Your heart is open to trust. And you live in the present moment and you're committed to this journey. Sorry, my camera is a little bit, not very focused. So that is good. Your hearts are pure and clean and you're open to love. You trust your intuition, you trust that this love is for real, and so you're able to be in the present moment and live each of these incoming love vibrations that are coming in right now, okay? Stay committed on your journey and keep focusing on love. Love is the only vibration that matters. All right, Archangel Michael for the feminine. Now I want to do the fairies for the feminine. Okay. It's the ego. Okay. So the feminine are called to let go of the lower, let go of your ego, allow for this integration of male and masculine, male and female. Do your work for unconditional love. And you know, in this card, these fairies, they're making a fire and they're burning scrolls, the old timeline that you've lived. It says guilt. They're burning guilt. And that is very helpful. So if you're struggling with letting go, write down things that have hurt you, that you are resentful about. This can include your twin, something that has hurt you about this journey. Write everything down that you've experienced that you think is still harboring in your heart, that's keeping you blocked from opening your heart. Write it down and then go outside and burn it and watch it burn into ashes, and it's gone. And make a manifestation out of it, an intention that now this no longer haunts you. Whatever you've written on that piece of paper and is now burning into ashes, it no longer exists within you. It no longer affects you. You are releasing yourself from these heavy energies that are holding you down into the lower. And you want to ascend. You want to be a spiritual light being, right? Okay, so let me give you one more card from the goddesses for your mission or your current energy. All right, this is from the goddesses, what they have to tell you for tonight, today, whenever you're watching this, for the feminine, divine feminine. My lovely, lovely goddesses, thank you for joining, for your guidance, for your teachings, for your wisdom, and the goddesses. Thank you. Okay, one more card, please. All right. We have sorceress. Ooh. There you go. You are a sorceress. You are the empress. You make pure magic. Her name is Rhiannon. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Believe it. Believe it. You are divine. You are a divine being having a human experience. Think about that. We're not humans trying to become spiritual. It's the other way around. Break out of the illusion, break out of the matrix, free yourself from all these labels and be who you really are. A sorceress, a healer, a twin, unconditional love. We're made in the image of God. That means we're God. Raise your kundalini. Look into raising this vibration. Best of health, good luck, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you for watching.